I've been playing a lot of ATLYSS recently, and there is a lot of bugs that you can actually find throughout playing. Some I have found in my YouTube feed from other people finding them, and some I have just come across myself. So here's a few bugs, some that are just fun to mess around with, and some that are a little overpowered, and I would not recommend doing them, but it's whatever your choice is. The first glitch that I want to start off with is a flying glitch that you can do in the Sanctum. Only in the Sanctum though, and it's not really overpowered. I guess it could be useful at the beginning to get some money, and I'll show you exactly how. But to do this glitch, you actually need a polearm weapon. Whenever you go to different weapons, you'll realize there's great weapons, magic bells, and like polearms. Polearm is the type of weapon you need to do this glitch. And you need to come over to these two dummies in the Sanctum, come behind the tiny box, and what you need to do is, if you hold shift or whatever your other key is for strafing, you need to hold that key and hover and walk into the wall. Then you need to center yourself right here towards the little box, and then jump and immediately attack. You know you did it right when you slide down the wall. Now, whenever you walk, you'll be walking backwards. Now, if you jump, it will actually cancel this, but the way you can do it without canceling it is if you hold out your shield, jump, and then let go, you'll actually start flying. Now, the more you dash, you'll start slowing down and you'll start falling, or if you hold your shield, you'll actually fall down. And the thing I was talking about with getting money early game is if you come to the top of the tower, there's actually this chest that can give you a bun host garb, or it's a bunny outfit, and they actually sell for about almost 100 crowns. And if you come over here by this tree, you can find yet another one. And then what I do is jump off, come back over here, you can do it again. And then if you actually walk over here next to Sally's shop, you can actually get on top of it next to this little thing on the left side of it, and you can drop in here and open this chest for another one. Sometimes it does give tomes of experience, which can also be really useful to you, so that's good early game. The next glitch I'm going to be showing you is a little overpowered, so use it if you want. I would not prefer it, but what you need is the mastery of a weapon. I have a mastery in strength, meaning whenever I do a jump attack, it allows me to do this spinning kind of move, and that's exactly what you need. Once you can do this like spinning kind of move by having a mastery and whatever weapon you use, what you want to do is grab a bell of any kind. Once you have a bell like this magic bell, what you need to do is while in the middle of the animation of spinning, you need to swap your weapon out with the bell until you hit the ground, and then once you hit the ground, you're allowed to switch it back. What this does is if I do this normally, I slam to the ground. Now if I do this and swap the bell, what it does is as you spin infinitely, now you can switch back to your other weapon, and this is what it looks like. Now, the other bug that I was talking about that comes off of this is if you use one of your abilities, it seems to stop, but in reality, it did not. Now you have sort of a kill aura, so it's a little overpowered, as you can see. What cancels this is either sitting by pressing X, using your shield, or dashing. You're still allowed to use all of your abilities completely as much as you want. And another thing that ruins it is if an enemy hits you and it sends you flying backwards, then it kind of cancels it out. It's a little overpowered again, so I wouldn't recommend it, and you can cancel it by using your shield, but it is kind of funny to test things with it. The next area is this little glitch kind of allows you to also skip some of an area, which I'm so happy that I figured it out only after I already completely explored that area, because I wouldn't have been too happy if I accidentally just skipped it and my first time being over there. So, that wouldn't have been very fun. But what you need to do is go to the outer sanctum, and near this area, there is this giant gate. what you need to do is go through here and go in this portal to the Crescent Road. If you can't see the portal there, by the way, you're probably not high enough of a level to access the field zone, so you need to get more leveled up to come over here. Basically, all you need to do is keep running through, and soon enough, you'll be met with this giant gate right here between these two cliffs and a rope. This rope is actually exactly what we're going to be using our glitch on. Once you climb the rope, what you need to do is jump the second you hit it. Kind of hard to notice a little bit, but what I try to do is just stop moving entirely once I try it. Just walk forward, jump, and stop moving. This is how it should look. You should not be touching the rope at all, and now you should be able to... oh, it didn't work. Here we go. This is more like it. Now you should be able to climb infinitely as much as you want. And I don't actually know if it's infinite. I tend to just stop once I get to the top of this, so I actually don't know exactly how high you can go, but you can test it as much as you want to see just how high you can go. But normally I just jump off and go over here, and I actually want to explore this area a little bit more than I already have. But you need to know that there are invisible barriers, so be careful, but you can dash over here and completely skip the trials thing on this side of the building. And if you come further and further, I don't know if you can get over there, but I know you can jump in there. Again, I wouldn't recommend it if you just want to like try playing the game, because it's more fun to just come across this area on your own rather than completely skipping it. But if you are trying to do speed runs, then that would be really cool if you could use this in some way. Now, one thing you need to know is that if you actually jump off the edge of the map near this area, you're going to spawn here in the Crescent Grove. The Crescent Grove is the area that is after the main dungeon, which the main dungeon has like level 2 to 6 or something, 6 to 12, and then 12 to 18. After that dungeon, you actually get to this one, which is the level 15 to like 20, and then the level 20 to 25. And basically, you can't actually access this portal until you find it manually. But one thing that is cool is that you can now use the portal to come down here. Just know that you aren't actually supposed to be down here at that time, but it is kind of a cool shortcut that you can use to get here whenever you want. Now, I guess it could be used for a speedrun tactic. Yeah, I don't think you can use the portal. I remember trying to use the portal and it didn't work, but I don't know. All I can tell you is all you have to do is jump off the map right here once you climb the rope, and you will go to the Crescent Grove. Now, from here, you can actually see the Crescent Grove over there on the edge of the map. So that is actually really cool, because I forgot that's kind of the way you access that area. So, you know, I assure you there's probably a way to just like cheat your way completely across this. I guess I'll try it because I've already unlocked it, so it's not like it really matters, but it's not like I'm gonna lose anything, so let's try it. The issue is I'm not tall enough to jump over that, and on the edge there's actually barriers. So one thing I could try to do is jumping on the fence right there. Okay, that actually worked. Wow. All right. And right here there are actually gates. You are worthy. Wow. That is amazing. There it is. I just showed you the way to completely cheat yourself the Crescent Grove. That's... wow. There is another glitch directly at the start of the Outer Sanctum, and it is not useful, like, at all, but I guess it's interesting because you can look outside the map a bit. But if you actually come to the little, like, pathway that you come up, the little stairs, these things in the ceiling, there's the second one. If you come right here and double jump and dash, you can get up here, and if you come over here, you can completely look outside the map. That's about it. There's literally no point in using that. I don't see why, but it's a glitch I thought I'd share. Another bug that you can actually find is here at the Tool Valley, which is by this little gate. Just kind of go through the hog area. You'll find those like angry hogs, like that one, and the more you go through it, you'll find more danger zones. But if you just keep running through it, soon you'll find this. It's a little bug that literally it's so small, and I don't think you care at all. But again, I want to show as many bugs as I can. There's this one right here, which is just allows you to go under the map here, and you can't really do anything special, but it's there, and it's something I hope that the devs can fix. Another interesting bug here is if you actually go over here in the tool valley, same area, you can go on top of the gate here, jump on top of this rock, jump over here, and dash on top of the pig, which you're clearly not supposed to be on when, I don't know, floating. And you know, you can come over to this one, your way around. And one area I did try to get to, but it doesn't seem possible, is on top of that. I can't really find a way to make that possible, but maybe someone else can. We'll see. There's another small bug here in the tool valley. Whenever you pass this like area, you'll come across this little puzzle, which I'm actually just going to show you how to do that real quick, because it's kind of in the middle of this. Come over here, dash over here, and you normally go up there, but if you drop down, there's a barrier right here. Those are the only bugs I've come across so far, so that's about it. There's no other glitches that I have found whatsoever. I even decided to do a little research on YouTube to see if I could find anything for any bugs that I could show, but there is nothing else that I can find. Actually, one other thing that I can show, and that will be the end. This is kind of a, I guess you can call it a bug, but I don't really know. It kind of has a bit to do with the game files. When you open Steam and go to ATLYSS, if you come over to this cogwheel, click Manage and Browse Local Files, what you do is click ATLYSS Data, Profile Collections, and you'll see the item bank. If you right-click the item bank, click Properties, bring it up, and do it read only. This is the key to doing what we're going to be doing. Go to any page you want in your storage, and I'll head over here in consumables. What I'm going to be doing is just dropping some like maga leaves in it, I guess. What you will realize is, you know, you can take these out, you can put them back in, but something you can do is if you do read only and then set it to apply, you can then take them back. Now, if you actually switch page and go back, you now have them again. And it actually just keeps coming back. So you can really just infinitely dupe things. And all you have to do is turn that off and click apply, and you're done. I would not recommend doing this though. That is just cheating. And it doesn't really make the game fun. And even if you want to, because you're getting annoyed by something, it really takes the fun out of things. Just try to enjoy yourself. About it. But that's all the bugs that I know of so far, nothing else. So